Andy Garcia is here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Go.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Man, do these lines written by Taylor Sheridan just jump off the page as you're saying, I can make a meal of this when I'm sitting down on camera to do it, you know?
He's such a great writer. You just say the words, you know, it's not only his writing, the way how he can write individually for every character, so uniquely specific, specifically, but also his storytelling, the arcs of his stories with the characters, which is very important in an ongoing series, you know, his ideas about that. And of course, the voicing of this central character for Billy Bob is just quite extraordinary. You know, he can't take a step without basically having the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Right.
And it's coming at him from all angles all the time. And now we have in this new season also Sam Elliott has joined the show.
Oh, yeah, as his dad. Yeah.
And them together, you know, Billy and Sam together are really sublime, you know.
What a cast, too. I mean, you got an Academy Award nominee that you're across from right there. In that
scene
right
amazing in the show.
Right, yeah. And you know, we had Ali Larder here just the other week.
Yeah, and Michelle, everybody.
Everybody just, it's a group of scenery chewers, you know what I mean? Like like you're all chewing up the scenery and in a good way, you know? Mm-hmm. And I can't get enough of it. What did Taylor Sheridan tell you about your character? I don't want to spoil anything because we're kind of still learning about how dark you are or how I'm rooting that you're going to turn into a nice guy a little bit here, Andy. I'll be honest with you. From the fan point of view,
he has two names. You know?
Yes, he does. I know.
You set him up already when you opened the show. Right. You know, in the first season you learn about him a certain way, and in the second season he kind of sees the other side of the coin.
Right.
But Taylor asked me to come out to Fort Worth to meet him before that. He wanted to create this character for me, and of course, for me, I found that to be a great privilege. You know, I was a big fan of his already, not only from Yellowstone, but from his movies. He's still an actor, but you know, I knew him as an actor, but also I knew him, you know, of the films he wrote, which were quite extraordinary. I said, this guy could really write. And so when I got the call that he says that he wanted to create this character, he told me that there was essentially this kind of cartel presence in the Permian Basin and in Texas, and I had no idea.
That's the thing about all his shows too. And by the way, obviously, you know, you've worked with Costner before. He's worked with Costner. We saw what Yellowstone has been basically the base of operations for everything else out of it. And you know, watching Taylor Sheridan's Lioness, for instance, just the fact that he learns that world, and now I'm learning it. He seems to be so detail-oriented in every world that he creates.
And it's based on a podcast, too. You know, it's Christian Wallace's podcast. So. Sure. But the words are Taylor, you know.
Right.
But, you know, that was it. I said, you know, he said, I want to create this character for you. And I said, I'm in. I'm all in. I said, you know, let's go.
Right.
There was nothing written yet, but I said, I'm all in. You know?
Yeah. And that's, you didn't even see a written word.
No.
You're all.
Don't need to. No. We spoke about life and movies and the character, where he was from. And he says, no, it's you. He's not from Texas. He's, you know, and we started to spitball a little bit. I said, okay, then so he's maybe South Florida, he's Cuban. He's the connection to where the source, the raw material comes from, you know, and he developed this area and through time, these relationships in the business world. And then he went off and wrote. But I was happy that he was a fan. He had seen a movie of mine many years ago with Al Ashby called 8 Million Ways to Die, and he was a fan since then. So
heard of that one?
I was, you know, like I said, I was privileged that he thought of me, you know.
So you're saying that your character Galeno roots for the Miami Dolphins? Is that what you're saying right now? I hadn't picked up on that.
Yeah.
What do you think of your Miami Dolphins right now?
Well, we're on a little bit of a streak, you know.
You are. I mean, we're kind
of. If we can win out, you never know. Maybe we'll sneak in, you know.
We have you kind of just went for something called Higher Register, which is a gag or a bit that we do around here.
When you mentioned Dolphins, I went my register.
Well, the register goes up when you got to go Higher Register in order to believe it. Like, hey, if we went out.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know, you never know.
You never know. I'm a half, you know, glasses half full kind of guy with the Dolphins.
Well, this kid, Achan, when he gets the ball, it's a home run almost every time.
Well, what happened also is that McDaniel very cleverly, because of his abilities, Achan, he put a tackle in as a secondary tight end, and sometimes in the backfield as a fullback, and it's opened up a little bit more of the zone blocking and more people out there blocking for the A-chance of the world.
Well, plus the way he schemes things up, it just it comes from obviously the San Francisco world where just all you got to do is just get one little extra angle, one little extra motion, and suddenly that step will hit a crease and off you can go.
Yeah.
Certainly as fast as he is.
Yeah.
So how far back with the Dolphins do you go? Like from the beginning?
From day one. From day one, I was there opening kickoff when Joe Howard took the opening kickoff 105 yards.
No kidding.
In the Orange Bowl, yeah.
You were physically there?
I was physically there, and in the 60s, and I went all through the Shula years and the undefeated season. I was at every game, and the Marino years, and then I moved to L.A. in 78.
Yes.
And I periodically would go back and see a game, but mostly in those days there wasn't like the Sunday ticket, so we'd find satellite places that had satellites.
Right.
Eventually, I got a satellite from my house to watch the games.
Did you meet Marino? You ever meet
Yes,
him?
yes. He's
Okay, give me that one. What do you got for me there?
Oh my God, he's the best.
And
I asked him, I was at one of the games. I was sitting with him in their booth up there.
Yeah.
And I said, Dan, what do you think? What do you think you would do with these new rules where the defensive backs can't touch anybody and they can't muscle them? And he went like, oh my God.
He didn't even have to answer. He just laughs, right?
He just went like that. It'd be thousands and thousands of yards.
5,000 every season, 6,000 wouldn't even be any stretch.
There's been great passers of the ball in the NFL, from Joe Namath and all. But I think, hands down, I think Marino is the greatest passer in the game.
I mean, you got to sit here, and he and Elway from the 80s.
Yeah.
Suddenly, with each passing year, a lot of people forget how incredibly great they were.
Amazing.
Yeah. So Marino. So you go way back in the day.
Way back, yeah. Die hard.
Gary Yepremian making that moment in the Super Bowl.
Come on.
Well, I mean, that actually prevented the Dolphins from having the final score match their record of 17-0.
Yeah.
If had he made that field goal, they'd have been up 17-0. Instead, it made it 14-7, which they won. I'm not bringing up the losses to you. You know what I mean? But
I thought you were talking about Gary Yepremian trying to pass.
Yeah, that's
make
right.
the pass.
Right, and instead of had he
That's the same one,
made the field goal,
Yeah.
it would have been 17-0 is the final score for a 17-0 team.
Season. Oh, I see what you said. Okay.
Instead, it was 14-7 is the final score because of what happened. But all right, so we got the Miami Dolphins there. Landman again is available every single Sunday on Paramount Plus, and congrats, season 3's picked up. See,
yeah, I just heard this morning as soon as I got here.
Yeah,
I got to come here more often.
That's what I'm saying. How many times have we had that?
This is like instance 3 or 4 where this has happened, where an actor in the show has been on the show that day when it got announced a new season.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, like I said, it's a privileged situation to be in, and a lot of fun. And, the cast, to play with that cast and with that writing, it's really beautiful.
And again, just look at that cast that's up on there on the screen. It really is phenomenal with Taylor Sheridan at the controls as well. And you're working on your golf game while you're shooting, Landman? Is that what
I did actually, because Taylor, I think it's in the episode 4 this weekend. Yeah,
okay.
He had written this thing in a monologue that Billy comes to my office and he says, you can, basically says something to the effect, it's a tease. There you go. It's a tease saying, you can pretend you can play golf at the country club, but I know, I saw you kill a man in front of me, I know who you are. And so I saw that. I called Scotty Cameron, and he's made me these Napa putters, which is the putter that Ben Crenshaw kind of made famous, the old 8802, Wilson 8802 from the 60s, Palmer and stuff. And he made me that putter. He says, and so when Billy comes to see me, I said, I'm going to be putting in my office. And then the director, Stephen Kay, said, oh, great, just keep. So we have this kind of rather intense scene, and my character is just putting through it.
So
amazing.
Taylor Sheridan writes a scene for you to play golf in your office.
No, he just mentioned
that
Billy said, I know that you like to play, golf. So I just said, well, I thought it was interesting that I would be putting. Golfers,
you suggested, how about I
just brought it out and brought the putter with me, and I said, what if I'm putting to the director? And he said, great, let's do that. You know how golfers, if we have a chance to practice our putting wherever it is, we'll just sit right here. We'd be on a break, everybody would be putting.
Right? Look over your right shoulder. There's the surface right there. Every time I'll look up from this desk actually getting ready to do the show, and I'll see him putting over there, and I'm like, what's happening?
So exactly. So if you zoom into that shot, you'll see the little Scotty Cameron label on the putter. So that's Danny Morell's putter. It's a gunmetal blue Napa. It's called Napa. Scotty said, "I'm going to make it gunmetal." You know.
Yeah, that's a great flex, by the way, Andy, to just be like, "Hey, Scotty Cameron, can you make me a custom putter?"
Yeah, he's been good to me.
Well
he's
done.
been good to me. Yeah.
How is your game going?
It's my handicap's going up. I can't. You know,
you're working.
Yeah, but also length. You know, if you have. It's when you have to hit hybrids and 3-woods into par 4s, you're going to have to get up and down a lot to keep your handicap at some. The lowest I've ever been has been like a 7. I'm maybe like a 14 now. So.
All right, I got to go here, even though I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to go here. Andy Garcia here on the Rich Eisen Show. I've seen you out at the club, okay, and
at Lakeside,
yes, indeed, and I see Pesci there. Mm-hmm. What do you and Joe Pesci talk about when you're just hanging out, if you don't mind me asking, Andy Garcia?
I don't think anything specific, but we do talk about golf, actually. You know, he'll say...
Just golf?
Well, he'll look at what I do, and he says, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing that?"
But you don't talk about the profession? You never...
Sometimes, but I wouldn't say that it's something that we always talk about. I think it's just easygoing, you know, nothing... I wish I could tell you an anecdote or say we like to talk about this or that, but it's pretty easygoing. You know? He loves the game. You know, he takes it... He's very serious about the game.
I know he's serious about people playing fast in front of him. That I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he kind of bops around a lot. You know, he just finds it up to hold and plays. You know, and hits a couple balls. He likes to just be out there.
I know that. I feel bad sometimes when I look to my right and I see him zipping past. I'm like, I'm trying my fast. I know. Fast. Like
I'll see him across the way if I'm not playing with him. And I'll go like this. We have so he knows that it's me. You know, it's like bringing in an airplane. You know, and he goes. I said, "Joe, if I go like this, it's me." Because a lot of people, you know, will go, "Hey, Joe, how are you?" And I said, "I'm just doing this." And that's me. And he'll go like, he'll look and he'll go, "Hey, how you doing?"
Oh my God,
he's the best. Huh? He's an American original.
He told me that he will go up to a kid. Well, I've been told actually by people at the club when they bring the kids. Yeah. And obviously, I know him from Goodfellas. I even know him from like Easy Money, right? From back in the day.
From Home Alone, yeah.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
And he'll go up to a kid who recognizes him from Home Alone, and he'll say, "I haven't broken into your house yet."
I have a picture. That reminds me. I have a picture of him with my daughter Daniela, who's now in her mid-30s, but she was probably 10.
Right.
And she was at the club with me on my golf cart, you know, and I was playing with Joe, and she came up or something like that, and he sat on the thing, and he took her hand, and he put it in his mouth like this, and I have that shot, so that just reminded me.
I love that guy. So, are you in maybe the next Oceans? Are we?
I was told I haven't read the script. I was told by Grant Hesloff, who's my golf buddy and producer.
I was sitting next to him last night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you pick his brain about Oceans? Because he's involved in that. He told me that I'm in it, but I haven't.
I wish I had known while I was out flopping him. But anyway, long story short is you were definitely. You think you've been told you're in this next thing.
He told me that my character's in it and just trying to get a green light, you know.
Terry Benedict
is back.
Who'd you base him on? No one in particular?
No one in particular, no. It was just the writing itself, how he's presented. I mean, I remember having a conversation with Soderbergh when we first started. And we had our first meeting together.
Right.
And I said, Stephen, I think this guy is like, he has a kind of a military precision, like the art of war kind of guy.
Uh-huh.
He's very disciplined about who he is and the way he dresses and all these things. And sort of maybe like a Eastern philosophy about him.
Yes.
But he's very precise. When he goes through his casino, people have to fall in to talk to him. He's not going through the casino casually.
Right.
He has things to do, and he's like a shark. He's got to keep moving.
Right.
And if people have to talk to him, they got to fall in and give him the information as he goes. And I remember he said, "Okay, yeah, that sounds great." And he kind of staged stuff for that. If you see Ocean's 11, you see there's scenes like that where we want to keep moving, and
Is it true that that some of the scenes in which you're walking in the casino, or even when you're in the back part of the casino, and this is when it's all going. The heist is going down. The shots of you walking around were shot weeks apart, and you had to match your.
It's possible.
Your gauge.
Sometimes that happens where you are in the casino. But my favorite story, if you have time,
please do.
Of Ocean's 11. I think it was Ocean's 11. We were during the lunch break, instead of going to like the catering or whatever. Don Cheadle and Scotty Kahn and myself, we went to the cafeteria at the Bellagio, and they have this long counter that kind of sweeps like this, and it's in the casino area there. So we sit down in the counter like this, and Don is in the middle, Scotty Kahn, and I'm to the right. And this young girl from New York says, "How can I help you?" And we go, "Oh, we just want to have some quick lunch." He goes, "What are you doing here?" He says, "No, we're shooting a movie." Because you're shooting a movie? He goes, "Yes, we're shooting a movie." This is Don Cheadle's talking.
Yes.
Shooting a movie. He goes, "Who's in the movie?" And he says, "Well, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Julia Roberts, Andy Garcia." He says, "Andy Garcia's in the movie?" Oh my God, Hot Be Still. I'm sitting right here next to him. Hot Be Still. Oh my God, he's my favorite. Oh, can I see him? You think I'll be able to see him? He goes, "He's sitting right here." And she looked me up and down and says, No, he's much taller, more handsome, stronger. And then she walked away.
Did she think you were somebody else?
And listen, I had that, Terry Benedict's clothes. I had like $5,000 on me in clothing, and I took $500 haircut, you know what I mean? And it's still like, nah, it's not good. No, she really looked at me. She went, no.
That's amazing.
It's it just looks, again, one of the compliments that we love getting is from people who watch us and listen to us, Andy.
Yeah.
It's like, looks like you're having fun. That movie.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Looks, even though obviously you're all acting, like that had to have been a complete.
Well, it trickles down from George. George does, his joy of life and his sense of humor, and of course the Weintraub, and you have, in that period of people want to have fun, you have Brad and Matt and Don and everybody. And Scotty and Affleck, Casey, and just a bunch of Looney Tunes.
Carl Reiner,
Carl Reiner, may God rest his soul.
Yeah, right there on the screen.
Oh, he was the best. I miss him so much. When someone like that tells you. I remember I was doing this actual scene, and he came, and I said, Carl, what a great pleasure it is to work with you. I've been such a great admirer of yours so many years, forever, And he looked at me and said, "You're beloved."
No kidding.
That's what he said. And that was like...
No kidding.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool for you.
Oh, man. It's like, it means the world to, when a colleague or someone that you think, well, you go like, has he been... if he's been watching whatever I did and he has that reaction.
Sure.
Or is a beautiful gift,
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And I could geek out on this so much, but is it also true in the scene where you walk up to all the whales and you're talking 3 different languages, that Soderbergh threw that on you at the last second and you had to learn?
I don't remember.
Again, these are all things that
it's
are
been
out
a long
there.
time. I don't remember. I don't remember.
I would think you remember if you have to learn Mandarin at the drop of a hat.
I have a feeling that was in the script, and I probably learned the little like snippets, right?
Yeah, where you're saying like you're talking to one.
No, I think that was in the script, and I learned it. I would love to take credit that I can do a little Mandarin gibberish on the spot.
My 13-year-old watched it, loved it. I watch it back. It's a remote drop movie for me. Ocean's 11.
It's a beautiful film. And you know what's magical also in that movie is the ending over the fountain where people peel off.
Yeah.
And I remember, and Claire de Lune is playing.
Yep.
And
you're not in that. You're not in that.
No, I'm not in that. And I remember Soderbergh said to the team, to the guys, you guys are all there, but you guys peel off on your own time. Whoever wants to go first, third, or fourth. It's not, I'm covering it so it all works. And you guys decide when you guys want to go, as what your individual character wants to go. But I just want to leave Elliot Gould there by himself,
Why do you think he did that?
Because Elliot was the elder statesman of the casino thing.
No, but just to let everybody leave when they want.
Just leave organically. Who goes first? It wasn't like a pecking order. Let's leave. Right. Danny Ocean last or so and so.
Okay.
So it was more like everybody leaves in their own time, however they do it.
All right, I'll put you on a little bit of a spot then before I let you go here.
Okay.
Andy Garcia. So you haven't read the script yet of the next iteration. No. Okay.
No.
What do you want Terry Benedict to be? Coming in and finishing up, like if
coherent.
That's it, just coherent.
Coherent, and By the way, in that movie, I think it was in one.
Yeah,
in one.
Yeah, this is great.
There's also a putting scene. I try to put a putting scene in everything I do. And we were doing this scene with Julia Roberts. I think it's in 11, and. I had told the prop guy, just for the sake of maybe I'll use it or whatever, because he said, you want any props? And I said, yeah, make me a cane with a putter head. That same map by the old putter head, because it looks like a cane.
It sure does if you flip it over.
Yeah, and make me that and we'll see what happens. And there was a scene with Julia, and I think it's in 11, where the scene starts and you see a glass on the floor and a ball comes off camera. To try to make it in the glass that's on the turned over on the floor. I didn't make the putt, but then I come to get the balls and it's kind of a reveal, So like I said, it's the Scotty Cameron putters are in my rider.
I love it. That's the way to work it, man.
Yeah.
Again, new episodes of Landman available to stream every Sunday exclusively on Paramount Plus. An incredible cast, an incredible show. And Andy, you're the man. Thanks for coming here and sharing your stories. It's great to see you too. I mean, I could go in millions of other directions, but I'll just wait till the next time you come here. Please, anytime. Anything else you want to pop? What's going on here with you?
I'm in the editing room. I just wrote and directed a picture that I also acted in. I've been trying to make for like 15 years, so that's what I'm doing now. We have a great cast: Vicky Creeps, Rosemary DeWitt, Brendan Fraser, Bill Murray, Dustin Hoffman, Danny Houston. Yoel Vasquez, Damian Bashir. I mean, I was blessed with great actors.
Fantastic, and that's right now in the
I'm in the room right now. I'm heading there right now.
Fantastic. Well, don't let me hold you up. I want to see that movie. And everybody, check out Landman on Paramount Plus. Just picked up for season 3. Come back and we'll get you season 4. How's that sound? That's what guys work. Andy Garcia right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.